What is going on, everybody? This is Brian Price from Value of Truth. And to anyone at all who's been following my channel and watching my videos, you guys have probably wondered, where the heck is Brian and why is he putting out some really crappy videos? So I have an answer for it. It is this: I work 7 days a week. Unfortunately, I juggle 6 jobs. And I have no social life whatsoever, and I don't have time for much of anything. So that is where I've been. A little update on my life. So December of 2015, I got out the military. The U.S. Air Force said, "Hey, here, thank you for your service. Here's $30,000. Go enjoy your life, and we'll see you later." I said, "Thanks." So I get out, move to Texas. And I moved in with a girlfriend of mine. Lived with her for about 7 months. Things didn't work out. Moved out and got my own apartment. Had a corporate job. Left that one to do pizza delivery because I was making more money. Stayed with Pizza Hut doing pizza delivery, making $8 an hour. I was doing better there than I was at a corporate office, making $20 an hour. And go figure. So I worked my tail off and got an offer from Domino's. They said, "Hey, why don't you come work for us? They're paying you $8 an hour. How about we pay you $10 an hour and you can get all the overtime you want?" I said, "You know what? That's a deal. Sign me up." So I got on with them over in Fort Worth. I literally made about $65,000 after taxes for that year. Even my child support was paid in full. I mean, it was insane. I was making so much money over there. I'd never made that much money in my life. So anyway, stupid me decides I want to go back home to be with mom and dad. So I leave that cake, wonderful job and move to Jacksonville, Florida, where it's the city of the depressed. Literally, like, everyone here is in the struggle, they're in poverty and so forth, but my parents are here, so I said, I'll just come back. So I get here and I pick up a job at Waffle House in the morning to make money in the morning, and then I picked up the job at Domino's at night. So I was balancing 2 jobs for a good while. I came to Florida with about $10,000 cash that I had saved from working, and after about 6 months of living with my mom in the living room with dogs and cats and other family members, I said, the heck with it. I've got $20,000 I've got saved up. I'm going to go get me an apartment. So I got an apartment. And then 6 months in, I said, dang, I could probably get a 3-bedroom and rent out the rooms and I could live rent-free. It was just an idea I had, so I did that. Talked to the landlord, said, "Hey, you got any 3-bedrooms? He said, "Yes." And I said, "Great, sign me up, I want it." I gave him the money the next day and moved in. Put an ad out on Craigslist. I got both rooms rented out like within a week. I mean, it didn't take long at all. So fast forward a few months later, we're in July 2019. I've saved up at this point $43,000 after I had already blew $30,000 on a bad investment in 2016. I'd taken that 30 grand that the military gave me, and they said, "Here you go, have a nice life." And I blew it on an investment that didn't work out for me, and it really sucked. Well, here we are in July of 2019 this year, and I said, well, I got 43K. I'm going to wait till I get 100K and then invest. But I ended up not doing that because I saw a house on Facebook for 25K, and I said, you know what, let me just kind of go look at this place, see if this is worth my while. And I said the only reason I would buy is if it was in perfect condition and if I knew without a doubt that I could rent it out. So I said, let me go see, and then I went and looked at it, met the owner, and it was perfect. It was a perfect 2-bedroom home. It was small. It was in the worst part of Jacksonville. I said, the heck with it. Why not? I'll buy it. So I bought it and became the laughingstock of my family. And my customers would come in to Waffle House, and I would joke with them. I'd say, hey, this week marks a very important day for me and in the history of the Price family. And they said, well, why is that? And I said, well, this week marks the week that I have officially become a slumlord. And so they thought that was pretty funny. I had a good laugh. And anyway, if you saw this neighborhood, you would be absolutely shocked and be like, why on earth did you buy in this absolutely crummy part of town? And I'll tell you, it's because you can make money in those places. And besides that, I personally don't particularly care for house loans and so on. I'd rather deal in cash. Not only that, but I did try to go get a loan from the bank, and they said, well, look, we can't loan you anything to buy a house with because you are married and you would need your wife's approval. And I'm like thinking, I've been separated for 5 years and there ain't no way I can convince that woman to sign off on a loan like this. There's just no way. So I said, no, I'm good. I'll just go buy a house with cash. So that's what I did. And anyway, it is what it is. You know, people have real lives, you know. And anyway, so maybe I'll get a divorce one day. I just haven't made time for it. But stuff costs money, man. And with kids involved, it's really expensive. So, and I just don't have the time for it. So in my mind, I am divorced. You know, of course, in God's eyes, I'm definitely not. But you know, what can I do at this point in time? Anyway, so bought the house. Within 3 weeks, I had it rented out to 3 different people. Rented it out by the room. And the previous owner says to me, he says, my gosh, did you already rent out the house? I said, I sure did. He goes, how much are you pulling out of that house? I said, about $950. He starts laughing. He goes, my gosh, I did not think you would do that. You are the man, Brian. I said, hey, it is what it is. I rented it out by the rooms. Plus it makes it cheaper for those guys. Why not? Well, anyway, he goes, well, listen, how about this? How about I take one of my properties and I'll lease it to you, and you can rent it out the way you want and just keep the profit for yourself. I said, okay, I will definitely do that for you. So hopefully within the next few months, I can probably get a 4-bedroom house rented and just continue to go from there. But, you know, essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build my wealth to the point where I don't have to work again. You know what I mean? I can just focus on whatever it is that I want to do. Part of that is Value of Truth. And, you know, go full time, you know, YouTube or whatever, or have, you know, a ministry here in Jacksonville. Albeit, you know, of course, not everybody's perfect, and I may not be the perfect man for the job. You know, I've got my own set of issues, but nonetheless, I still desire to to have some sort of contribution to society, whatever that may be. But that's where I've been. That's what I'm working on, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit me up anytime, and hopefully I'll have some more stuff in the future.